Welcome, Junior 6. Let's answer the final revision of your English. We are gonna answer the grammar section. Please open page 11. Underline the correct answer. Number 1. Many letters last week by me. Pay attention. Here we have by me. This is passive. And here you have last week. Last week is the past form of the passive, so you use many letters were written. Number 2, in the past people, the sand clock to calculate the time. In the past, here we have the past simple, so we use the word used. In the past, people used the sand clock to calculate the time. Number 3, if I would go to the doctor. If I, pay attention here, number 3. If I would go to the doctor. We use this expression to give advice. So we say, if I were you. If I were you, I would go to the doctor. Number 4, Mary always her lessons. Here we have the keyword always, which is the keyword of the present, so we use studies because we have here Mary, third person singular. Mary always studies her lessons. Number 5, insects by lizards. Here it's a fact, and of course here we have passive, so we say insects are eaten by lizards. Number 6, Kate asked me what doing then. Here you have reported question, so we say Kate asked me what I was doing then. Number 7, children generally special care. Here we have generally the keyword of the present, so we use need because children plural, so we say children generally need. The right answer is need. Number 8, you buy a new mobile phone last week. Here we have last week, the keyword of the past, so we use did you buy a new mobile phone last week. Number 9, if she a queen, she would care about the poor. If she, after if the second conditional, of course we use the past simple. So we say if she was a queen, she would care about the poor. Number 10, the plants yesterday by the gardener. Here we have by the gardener passive and yesterday the keyword of the past, so we say the plants were watered yesterday by the gardener. Number 11, he asked his friend if Peter in Cairo the following day. Pay attention, here you have the following day, the keyword of the future. So you use the past form of the future, would arrive. Pay attention, it's not if. The second conditional, it's if of the reported question. So we answer, he asked his friend if Peter would arrive in Cairo the following day. Number 12, where he often go at the weekend. Here we have the keyword often, the keyword of the present, so we answer, where does he often go at the weekend. Number 13, yesterday it rained, so we didn't go shopping. Yesterday, the key word of the past. So we say, yesterday it was rainy. And pay attention, rainy is an adjective. And before adjective, we use verb to be. And here, because we use the past form of verb to be, we said was. Yesterday it was rainy, so we didn't go shopping. Number 14, what would you if you travel to Paris? Pay attention, here we have would and after would verb infinitive. So you say, what would you do if you travel to Paris? Number 15, the museum weekly by a large number of tourists. Here we have the keyword weekly. Weekly is the keyword of the present. So we use the present form of the passive and the museum singular. So we say the museum is visited weekly by a large number of tourists. Number 16, Sandy to take photos during the party yesterday. Here we have the keyword yesterday, the keyword of the past, so we use the past form of the passive. Was allowed. Sandy was allowed to take photos during the party yesterday. Number 17, I wondered why he's promised 2 hours before. Here we have 2 hours before, so we use the past form had forgotten. Number 18, what if you mixed red with yellow? What if you mixed red with yellow? What would happen if you mixed red with yellow? What would happen if you mixed red with yellow? Number 19, Dolly never fish for dinner. Dolly never fish for dinner. Here you have the keyword never, the keyword of the present. So we use the present simple. Dolly never orders fish for dinner. Number 20, what she do an hour ago? Here we have an hour ago. An hour ago, the keyword of the past. So the answer, what did she do an hour ago? Number 21, thousands of years ago, the pyramids by ancient Egyptians. Here we have the keyword of the past, and this is the past form of the passive. The pyramids, plural, so the answer will be were built. The pyramids were built by ancient Egyptians. Number 22, the teacher asked me whether whether equal if. The teacher asked me whether I was singing well. Number 23, my mother usually eggs for breakfast. Here you have the keyword usually, the keyword of the present simple. So you say, my mother usually fries eggs for breakfast. Number 24, if a wallet in the street, I would take it to the police. After if the second conditional, we use what? We use the past form. So we say, if I found a wallet in the street, I would take it to the police. Number 25, what you do if you won $1 million? Of course, we will say, what would you do if you won $1 million? Turn the page, please, page 12. We're gonna continue answering the underline. Number 26, we to a new house in 2010. Here in 2010, the keyword of the what? Of the past. So we say we moved to a new house in 2010. Number 27, nice stories to us every night by our grandfather. Here we have every night, the keyword of the present. So we use the present form of the passive. Nice stories, plural, so we use the plural, are told. Nice stories are told to us every night by our grandfather. Number 28, she wanted to know where they that night. She wanted to know where they might go that night. Number 29, if you more exercise, you would probably be better. If you did more exercise, because it's if the second conditional, we use the past form as we mentioned before. So you see, if you did more exercise, you would probably be better. Number 30, the dishes every day by Laura. Here you have the keyword every day, the keyword of the present. So of course, as we mentioned before, we use the present form of the passive, and here we use the dishes are washed. The dishes are washed. Number 31. They usually arrive on time. Here you have the keyword usually, so you say, do they usually arrive on time? Number 32. If I were you, I'd that coat. If I were you, and as we mentioned, if I were you, we use it to give advice. So here, if I were you, I wouldn't buy that coat. Number 33. Last week, the policeman, the persons who robbed the bank. Here you have the keyword of the past, so you use the past. The policeman captured. Captured, it means arrested. Number 34, she asked us if we leave the office. She asked us if we had to leave the office. Number 35, Ted, the school rules yesterday, that's why he was punished. Ted didn't follow the school rules yesterday, because you have yesterday, we use the past, and we said didn't follow because of course he was punished. Number 36, I would have a yacht if I rich. If I was rich. Number 37, Mount Everest for the first time in 1953 was climbed, because it's passive, and here we have the past. Number 38, it never in Egypt in summer. Pay attention, you have the keyword never, the keyword of the present, so we use it never snows in Egypt in summer. Number 39, if somebody pointed a gun at me, I would be afraid. Number 40, it's a little bit different from the other questions. Number 40, he up early. Pay attention, here we have he up early this morning. Here you have this morning, the key word of the past. So you say he got up early this morning. The right answer is got. Number 41, his leg this morning. Again, as we mentioned, this morning the keyword of the past, so he hurt his leg this morning. Number 42, Dan, sometimes his time talking on the phone. Dan, sometimes, here we have sometimes the keyword of the present, so you say Dan sometimes spends. Number 43, what would you if you lost your passport? What would you do? Number 44, the park gates at 6:30 p.m. every evening. Every evening, the keyword of the present, so the answer is are logged. 45, all flights because of the fog yesterday. All flights were cancelled. Number 46, John asked Nina she liked football. If she liked football. Number 47, the sun in the east. The sun rises in the east because this is a fact. What she do yesterday? What did she do yesterday? Does he visit his grandmother every weekend? Because after does verb infinitive. Lena, her boss, 3 hours ago, phoned because you have a go past. If you $500, how much would you get in your currency? If you had, after if the past. We have finished the underline of the grammar. Thank you, Junior 6, for your good listening. We will continue the rewrite, so please follow me. Thank you for your good listening, and bye.